Hey guys, how are you? I hope you are doing well in this quarantine. And to say this, I'm not posting this video in Tamil, the language in which I usually post my videos, and specifically preferring English because I want this video to go places. Okay, fine. So share it to the maximum. And by this time, you might have probably guessed the topic I'm going to talk about today. Yeah, probably. Yeah, I'm sure you got that right. Okay, so let's get started. So guys, for the past couple of weeks, you might have noticed that celebrities all around the world are posting some black pictures in their post stories in Instagram, Twitter, and possibly wherever they could. Which that post adds to a caption saying hashtag Black Lives Matter. Like it's great, like they're doing that part right. Cool. But guys, let me ask you a question, okay? Do you just think that these celebrities really care about the lives of the black people, or they are really concerned about the situation that is going around with blacks? I don't know. Or is it just a so-called trend? In either ways, it is possible, right? I don't know what it is, but by the end of this video, we will together figure it out. Guys, it all started on May 20. Okay, many of you may be familiar with this incident, but if you don't, I will explain you in short, okay? Guys, it all started on May 25, Minneapolis, America, when a man named George Floyd was killed by 4 white policemen. George Floyd was tall, muscular, and a gem of a person. That's how his friends described him, okay? And most important, he was black. Let's know this is the factor, this is the reason why, because of which George Floyd is not with us today, okay? Sir, I can't breathe. Sir, please, I'm not able to breathe. Sir, please leave me, mama. This was the last set of words George Floyd repeatedly said for at least 16 times in the last 7 minutes of his life. He was falsely suspected for passing and counterfeit $20 bill. Counterfeiting $20 bill. Okay. He was falsely suspected because he was black. Okay guys, you can't refuse it. You cannot just refuse it, okay? He was falsely suspected because he was black. That's the truth, that's the fact. Okay? When this suspicion happened, 4 policemen came to the spot and they were informed in the call that Floyd was drunk, which he was not, okay? They said to Floyd that, hey man, get into this car, we need you to get to the custody, okay? Floyd completely refused because he was falsely suspected. He knew that. But as the white policemen were not generous and kind enough, they started to force him. You know, he even said that, sir, I'm claustrophobic. I cannot get into this car because I'm not comfortable to a confined place, okay? But after being said that, one of the 4 policemen had his knee on George Floyd's neck when George Floyd was completely lying on a road with his face flat to the road, okay? To the rough surface. Yeah, you can do this, okay? It's completely legal. Yeah, you can do this. A policeman can do this to a suspected guy. But you can keep on doing this when the suspected guy is consistently resisting your actions. Floyd was not. Floyd was not resisting his actions. This was completely wrong what the policeman did. Eventually, in fact, he even admitted that, sir, okay, I will get into the car, but please move your knee off my neck. I can't breathe. So the 4 policemen started to force him, they started pressing him, and one of the 4 police was having his knee constantly pressed to Floyd's neck, making it impossible for him to breathe. But if you ask me, Floyd could have easily smashed those 4 policemen, but he was that muscular. But he was handcuffed and kind enough to not do that. The situation got heated, people around the vicinity came to the spot, they started filming the incident. Even they said to the policeman that he was not breathing, he was not conscious, don't do that to him. The ambulance came, they took Floyd, and the news came, Floyd is no more. And Floyd was constantly pressed by the policeman's knee for approximately 9 minutes, or to be precise 8 minutes 46 seconds. Yeah, so the news came, Floyd is no more. This was the reason because of which the whole America got erupted. This was the reason because of which the people there went rage. They nearly burnt 80 cities there. This all happened because Floyd was black. Okay guys, first of all, remove all the assumptions you on black people. Blacks are not the only one who stay in America. Anyone with a darker complexion is black. I am black and I don't regret it. In fact, I feel very proud that I'm black, okay? So guys, if you ask me that, have you ever experienced any kind of racial discrimination in your life? I would say yes. A big yes. You know, when I was in my 6th or 7th, I don't know exactly, maybe 7th grade, I always wanted to become fair. I don't know why. I just felt that I was inferior to a guy who was fairer than me. I don't know why. I just felt that if I become fair, I will be more comfortable to talking to girls. I just felt that. At that moment, I just felt that it was right. So I did some silly things, no, extremely silly things to become fair. And I'm least interested to share that all stuff right now. But if you see me now, the scenario is entirely different. I'm very proud of the people I'm around, like I'm the locality I'm in. There is 100% transparency between me and my friends and everyone, the people around me. So as you all might have a question in your mind right now, like what was that thing, what was that factor that led this change? The solution is your own point of view, your own perspective. It's entirely in your mind, okay? When I moved to my ninth grade, I no longer wanted to become fair. Okay guys, it's not like that I have tried every possible stuff to become fair and I have failed in it. Not like that. I just decided that this whole stuff should not bother me anymore. You know, my skin color cannot decide who I am, right? So I just decided if I encounter any of these stuffs in my life anymore, I will just have a grin in my face, like a small smile in my face, 24 into 7. If I get triggered, then what is the point, right? If I get triggered, they will do more. If you just let it go away, they will do more, but they have the limit. They will stop at some time. Yeah, they will definitely stop at some time, and they will eventually regret for what they did. Yeah, it completely worked for me, and here I am with you guys. This is just an individual's perspective, like in fact my point of view on how I encountered this stuff and beat the shit out of it. You will be having your own thoughts on this, you know, like you'll be having your own thoughts on this to say to everyone like how you faced it. But what if we want to eradicate such discrimination? Not only race, there are malicious discrimination in our society. Like what if we want to eradicate this whole thing in a larger scale, like in a community level, society level, because in the end that's what matters, right? And again, fortunately I have a solution for this, and it's specifically my point of view. I don't know how you all feel. If you feel the same way, then it's cool, but if you don't, share your thoughts and share with me in the comment box. The thing is, you cannot just eradicate this whole thing as far as our generation is concerned, because yeah, it's impossible. Because you cannot just go and tell a person to eat like this if he has been taught to eat like this in his earlier days, because that's the right thing he has been taught, right, in his earlier days or when he was younger. Whatever you learn, whatever ethics you learn, you have been taught in your earlier stages of your life, that's what you exactly reflect when you become someone capable of doing something in the society, when you become big, mature. So this exactly applies to our case. Like I cannot just go and tell a person, hey, you know what, blacks and whites are equal, okay, there should be 100% transparency between us. Hey guy, you know what, you should update your Instagram with hashtag Black Lives Matter and stop racism. The utmost thing he will do is to just nod his head to every question he has been asked, okay, and just move on. And I'm not expecting from him anything else other than this, because what do you guys think? Like apart from all the peer pressure and tensions he has in his life, he will pay attention to this all stuff? No, that's not possible. So he will just move on and pass it to the another guy. It's like a squirrel running in a cage. Like it's a continuous process. Today it's George Floyd, we are protesting. Tomorrow it will be someone else, again we will protest, and day after tomorrow again it will be someone else and we will protest. But in the end, I don't see any impact. And after all this happening, with each incident happening, our so-called celebrities will come up with some interesting and creative topics in Instagram to post about this topic, because that's what they are doing for the past couple of weeks, right? The solution is, if not our generation, at least we can teach our next generation. Like we can groom our younger ones in such a way that they don't even have to know what the word racism means, right? This can be done. In fact, if you ask me, this should be done. I just think that this is the most possible and feasible way to do it, like to eradicate this whole thing, this whole discrimination. I'm not only talking about race, I'm not only particularly talking about race. There are several other discrimination in our society. We need to eradicate them all, and together we can, by doing this together, we can lead to an better and impactful environment, okay, impactful next generation, right? When I was young, I used to play a game called Carom. Many of you may be familiar with it, but I don't know how many of you noticed it. In that game, that black coin had a value of 10 points, and the white coin had a value of 20 points. I don't know who made that game, but why am I saying this to you? Okay, I just felt that this was also a form of racism. So whenever my friend used to call me like, hey, shouldn't come to play, I used to say them, okay, I will play, but under one condition, okay, make all the coins of equal values. Problem solved. Simple, right? So guys, damn, I think we are finally done, and it was an intense, approximately around 8 minutes, but I think I have covered all the points that I wanted to cover, and I have conveyed the message that I wanted to convey it. And guys, I just keep on saying in my videos that we are the change, we are the change, we are the change. guys, this is the time that we need to show what we can change. Okay, this is the moment for us that we need to show what we can change. Okay, so you will be having your thoughts on this, you will be having your ideas on this. Like, at least once in your life you may have experienced, as I have experienced, this discrimination in your life at least once, so you can share your story with me. And guys, yeah, that's it, we are done. And okay, what are you waiting for? I'm not gonna end this video saying hashtag Black Lives Matter. Then what's the point of making this whole video, my friend?